Evening guys, hope you're okay. Burnt out culture is back. Let's get set up. Totally not prepared as per usual. It's Saturday night. I meant to do this last night Friday, but I just totally ran out of time, so it's Saturday night. Stole that glass last Friday from a pub. Fuck it. Who cares? Had to be done. Running out of decent glasses. Kingston Press. I don't even drink Kingston Press, but they didn't have any Strongbow ones, so that'll have to do. Right, let me just have a drink because I'm absolutely gagged. Oh. That's better. Where can I put it? Where? What of a calamity? Fucking nowhere. I need it to hand. Just totally unprepared, so unprofessional. Let's try and put it down here. Right, hope you're all well, guys. Some mixed bag of stuff, a lot of PS1, we've got some Spectrum, we've got some PS2, including what I think is a holy grail. Certain people, including Eddie, don't think it's a holy grail, but I do. Even though I don't collect PS2 per se anymore, it's certainly an item, a game that I've had my eye on for years, literally years, and it's never been in my price range, so it just came through, and I'll talk about it in a bit. I'll save it till the end as a right. I'll just show you these three items that I've got. So when I talk about when I always go on eBay and buy random shit, pissed up on Fridays and Saturday nights. Now this is what can happen when you really add too many and you just not concentrating and bidding on out, and I just think, what were I thinking? So I think the first one anyway, I think I must have had him. I'd been watching, is it Kieran Retro Reclaimers vid, and I don't know if you've seen it, you probably have, where he started collecting PS1. I think it's just PS1, not PS2. Just PS1 controllers. He's trying to get like full set, all the clear ones and all that. So I thought I'll just see what. And there's absolutely loads, especially if you look at PS2 ones as well. There's loads of quirky ones, loads of PS1 different ones as well. But I must have got the shittest one that's ever come out. I don't even think now. It doesn't even work on my PS1, so I don't know if it's. I got it to work on the PS2, but it certainly don't work on the PS1. But I'm sure every time I've looked, it says PS1, PS2, but it's fucking awful. It looks the part, but it's shocking. Luckily with peanuts. So it's the Jaguar Racing. So it's in British Racing Green with this red, but it looks pretty cool. Controller. Now, it does fit in the PS1, but it's super tight. It goes in the PS2 much easier, and it works. Now, it's supposed to have, like, I think it's got like rapid fire. Oh, it's got auto fire and all that on it, and you can slow it down. But yeah, I think it's a PS2 one. This, whether there's a PS1 version, then I don't know. Maybe I was reading it wrong, but it's awful. In fact, one of the games I tried it on, it said it didn't even recognise it as a genuine controller. It was £3. I can't remember what I posted. There was a bit of postage, but it was £3. So I don't know, Kieran. If you're watching this, if you do end up watching this channel, this vid, I'm happy to give you this, mate. If you want to add it into your collection, I don't know. You might not. It's pretty clean condition. I'll give it that. I don't think it's had much use. Buttons and pad. All feels good, but I'm happy to donate this to your collection, mate, because I don't want it in mine. If not, there's loads of them as well for sale. It's not even a scarcity, but there's like a samurai one. I don't know if I think it's a PS2 one, but it's like a samurai one, like a Shogun style. That looks pretty cool, but I think it goes for about £40 out paying that. These are, what I say, loads of different variants of PS2. But if you want it, Kieran, it's yours, mate. Just give us a shout, and I'll gladly give you that. These are, if you think that were bad, fucking hell, Jesus. Stick with it though, guys, because after these 3 items, there's some real belters, good stuff anyway. Well, I think there's. The second thing that I got, which were ridiculous and shite, were this. I don't even collect PS2 anymore. Why am I getting a random shit game? I think the only thing I can think of with this, the reason why I got it, I mean it's in good condition, is you get, as well as a manual, so it's completely manual, you get like a bit of a comic. It's not even a comic, it's just a pamphlet really, it's not a comic book. I think they described it as comic book, but nah, comic pamphlet. But it's in good condition, but it's not even my type of game. Like 3D version of cartoon just looks shit. So nah, I think this were only about £3 as well. So don't know. And the worst one of all, now this is what, this is, you don't get any worse than this. This is embarrassing item now. Absolutely embarrassing. Don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. It's a PC CD-ROM game. Sealed in box. Terracon. What, you mean you've never fucking heard of it? What, you haven't heard of the air traffic control simulation? Jesus. Who knows? Who knows what we're going through my mind? My God. I don't even know how much I paid for it. I think it were a £5, I think. Who knows? Anyway. That's the shite out of the way. So we'll go through some better stuff now. Unbelievable then. So we'll go through this Speccy first. In fact, no, I'll show you this. Managed to pick up a minty copy of Altered Beast on the Sega Master System. It's not great. It's not great in Altered Beast on Master System, to be fair. But it is a nice copy. I'll give it that. Nice one to add into the collection. Much better on Mega Drive. Much better on Mega Drive. Don't know how much I paid. It wasn't much. I think it was about £6-7 tops. Right, I had some Speccy Games here. So these first 3 came as part of a bundle, cheap as chips. But the reason why I got it, one of the games were very nostalgic to me. But this were a Brucey bonus. I don't know why I put this in, but I've even never played it. Hong Kong Phooey, just a loose cassette. This one I've played, I really like it. A lot of people don't like this compared to original Wave the Exploding Fist, but it's Fist 2. So you like, as opposed to the first one, this one you sort of like, it's like a horizontal scrolling, like screens going on and you're going inside temples and fighting all sorts of weird shit. But it's pretty enjoyable game, to be fair. I like it anyway. I always did like Wave the Exploding Fist. So that was the second game. The other one that was, so for these 3 I put these yellow post-its on to remember. So it was £1.94 and £2 postage. So the postage, so it must have been on an auction. But it was this Tarzan. Really nostalgic. When I saw the cover, I don't think it's particularly scarce, but that cover really resonated with me from years ago. I thought I've got to have it, but it loads. Rock hard game as well, but it loads, but it seemed to like crash. It didn't when it were like doing the screen scrolling, it was getting all messy and something went wrong with it. I'll probably try loading it again, I don't know. I've just got a feeling though it's going to be the same, but just a nostalgic one to have in collection. But for that price, not bad for 3 little games. A couple more, so these games, fucking hell. Right, I mean, the first one, both mega nostalgic to me. One of the earliest memories, really. In fact, this first game, so they're both from Imagine. This first one I had on Acorn Electron. So this particular one I've paid £9.99 plus £2.50, so you know £12.50. It's Year Kung Fu 2. don't see it that often, to be honest. You see it a lot more often in like a compilation, but you don't see it that often on its own. But it's pretty shit compared to original. I mean, the original game, like I've said before, one of my earliest arcade memories, to be honest. The original, like I said, the original arcade version, but this is pretty poor, but still super cool to have. Like I say, I haven't seen that many of it over years. See, I think you see it a lot. It's a lot more common on Commodore 64. This particular box variant of it. So well happy to have that. This one, now Mr. Bads will probably let me know on this if it is, but it's miles harder to get, and I'd been searching for it for a while. Must have put it at some stage on a save search, but really don't see many of it or wherever I've put it. I can't even find it now. Put it down here somewhere. Oh, it's in front of me. Knobhead! Right. It's Legend of Cage. I paid 20 quid for this. And I might as well give someone 20 quid just to run and kick me in bollocks, because it is that fucking hard. It is unbelievable. It's just like, ugh. I can't even, you can barely get off the second screen. So, in effect, I've paid 20 quid for a piece of plastic and a piece of paper. But no, it is, joking aside, it is fairly scarce, I believe, is this. I certainly haven't seen it for a long, long time. But Paul, if you just let me know, mate, if I'm getting that completely wrong, you no doubt know a lot better than me. But I haven't seen many of them. But like I say, as difficult as it may be, I mean, the arcade version, this is fantastic. It's actually on. If it's not, I think it's on. Is that 2? I think it's on that one of these Tato Legends. I don't think it's that one. I think it's the first one. Or is it? No, I think it's on the first one. But the arcade version is fantastic. But this pretty shit ports as well, to be fair. But I might have to play this on emulation with a poke running to see if we can see a bit more at game, because I'll feel a bit better about it then. Paying 20 quid, but no, super happy to have it. Really nostalgic. I mean, that cover on Yeah Kung Fu too. Just remember it so much. So a couple of decent, Imagine games there. So happy with that. What else we got? So I've got a few PS2 games now. Weren't looking really. They were just popped up. I think this first one I probably had a few to drink, but it's a good game. Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. I paid £6.10 plus £1.40. At the time I thought that were a super good price, but having looked afterwards, I don't think it's all that good, to be fair. It's about the going rate. Disgaea 2, which is the better game, is much more sought after and difficult to get. But it's still a really good game, is this. They're both fantastic games, but this did have it. I've had it before, but it's bloody minty fresh. Really is. Manual's great condition. Disc is in good nick as well. So yeah, no, it's worth having back in, is that, to be fair. Certainly one of the better games on PS2. Oh shit. What else we've got? PS2. So this lot. So it were the reason why I got these is because it were part of a bundle, and it were a good price, and I paid £13.95 and free postage. So we got Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X-2, its sequel. Probably won't play them, but I know a lot of people do like these. But excuse me, both complete. Love it when they put little bits of bubble wrap in. So kind. This has also got, I don't know if it's chuck this in or you got it with it, Beyond Final Fantasy, so it is fully complete. I've just noticed that there. I don't know if I don't think it is, but let's just have a look at that. I don't know. Let me just see the other as well. I'm wondering, has he pulled a fast one on me there? Someone let me know. Does it always say, is that a platinum disc? Would it say platinum on the disc? Because it doesn't. Does that SFE match the thing? SLS? Just looking for code 51815. Oh no, it does match the spine. Don't know if the platinums have got different codes on or not. But it matches it, so maybe it was a silver disc. Interesting, I'll have to have a look at that. So yeah, that's complete as well. Complete with its little bubble wrap, bless him. So that were the first two. But also, we got, which is what I was looking for really, with these two. Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts 2. These are great games. You haven't played them. Show you what I've done. Also complete with Manuel. I can't remember, there were definitely, I can't remember which one I preferred out of these when I had them before. There's one that's, see, I think a little bit easier, or there's something about it but it's a bit more playable. I think it's the original one, what they rave on about though. But yeah, well happy. $13.95 for 4 games posted. Decent games as well, that's alright, isn't it? Got it all that. Okay, so PS1, quite a few. This one I've paid £7.50 plus £1.64 postage, and it's the excellent Courier Crisis numbers. You ready? I'll put it out there just so you don't get upset with me, Stuart. Stuart invented reading numbers out, not me. Are you happy now, Stu? I've said it. Nothing to do with me. I copied you. I copied Stuart. Don't, I've got a copyright strike against me. Anyway, it's SLES00326, so it's under 1,000 still, so I'm allowed to get it. Yeah, Courier Crisis. Been quite a slippery one to get hold of. Not loads of copies of this. It is enjoyable. It's a bit like Crazy Taxi, but on a mountain bike, but it's got a bit of humour to it. Bit of dark humour undertones to this game if you play it. It is pretty fast paced. I won't say it's aged that well, but I don't think, I'm not a massive, I know a lot of people really love Crazy Taxi, but I've never been a real fan of it. I don't think it's aged that good. I've admittedly haven't played it on Dreamcast yet, to be fair, and I think that's the definitive version of it. And this doesn't appear to have aged well, but nevertheless, still quite enjoyable. Really fast, difficult as well once you get on the harder stages. But yeah, I tried. I didn't want to pay too much for it. Like I say, it's a £10 game tops is this, but because there's not that many copies, it can, if you're not careful, creep up. So anyway, I've got it. Glad to have it. I'll leave the double case. I've got a fair few double cases as well. Let's have a look. Leave them on one side. What else we got here? Now this is my type of game. I really enjoy playing this. Paid £10.50 with 3p and P. It's Warhammer Shadow of the Horned Rat. This is great, is this? So it's like top down. What should we call it? What is it? Bloody. Why does my mind always go blank? I don't know. Strategy. Real-time strategy though. But it's really good. Good sound effects. Quite playable. Good, easy to get into. If it's your type of game, it might not be your type of game, but it is certainly. I do like these type games. Very low title this, hence why I got it. So it's SLES 00028, so number 28. Great one to knock off the first 100 there. It's got a crack in the case, but it is complete with manual. Cheap game. That's about going rate. I think might go a little bit more. I think no more than £15. But yeah, really enjoyable. There is another Warhammer game. Can't remember what it's called, but I don't think it's, you know, like a strategy game as such. Don't know much about the other one. That was that. What else we got? Now, this one got this recommended by someone, and it is absolutely awesome. I'm definitely going to go back to this. I only paid £9, another low one under 100, SLES 00098, and it's Mass Destruction. Now this is like, think Desert Strike, but with a tank, driving a tank. It's brilliant. It really is. It's really playable. It's quite, I won't say, well, I was playing it I think on easy setting or normal. I found it quite straightforward, but it's proper enjoyable. There's a lot going on. You can just like wipe stuff out, drive over people, you know, soldiers and everything. It's brilliant. It's really good fun. Take it from me. Like I say, if you ain't got this for a tenner, it's well worth getting. So it's complete with manual. Manual's bloody mintos. Really is. That's some great nickies, that manual. So yeah, well chuffed to have that. And like I say, under in top 100 as well. Good to get these ticked off the old list. So Mass Destruction, recommended by me if you haven't got it. Next one. Now the reason why I got this, apologies to you, because it's not in the first 1,000. So breaking my own rules, but I was reading about it, and they said that if you wanted a game that showcased the PlayStation running at its absolute technical maximum, it's this game apparently. It's one of the only games that really pushed the console to its hardware limits. You might already know about it, you might not. I've paid, couldn't get it any cheaper. They want loads of copies. I'm just going to top up. I'm really thirsty, guys, so I'm fucking dry throated. Hell. Yeah, they want many copies of it, and I couldn't get it cheaper than what I've paid. Don't know if you probably can get it cheaper, but I get really impatient, mate. I can't. And to be honest, that's the main reason why I don't use CEX, because one, I've said this before. I know you can save money. I know it's brilliant for weighing stuff in, turning it into credit. I get all that, totally get that. But it's, unless I've been in a CX today in Leeds actually, it wasn't too bad. But unless you're seeing what you're buying, I just can't be arsed with this CX roulette. It's just not for me at all. It really ain't. And I just can't be arsed waiting. At least with eBay, Evil Bear, at the very least, you're seeing what you're getting, aren't you? You don't have to worry about that. Well, I'm saying you're seeing what you're getting. The general idea is you're seeing what you're paying. You're not having to fanny about with sending stuff back. Disappointed? No. No one wants that. I ain't got time for that shit. Got time for that. Anyway, I'm going off the bloody rails talking about that now. So, $15.99 with 3p and p. It's the Fabulous Terracon. So, in terms of 3D gameplay, this is as good as it gets, trust me. It's massive environments, sprawling environments. There's loads going on. It's using, apparently development wise, we're using techniques that I hardly ever used, because they were so intensive in the programming side. And like I say, apparently it really does sort of push your machine to the limits. Enjoyable. I started playing it. It's just one of them games where I was admittedly only playing it in like a training mode, but it's just timing it. I'm probably never going to play it again, to be honest. But no, just a nice one. It is quite a late title. SCES 02836. But yeah, completely manual. And it's just a nice little quirky one to have in the collection. You know, I'd never heard of it before. That's the good thing, innit? What with PlayStation 1, we're all we're all learning all the time with it, and you're stumbling across games that you've even PAL games that you've never even heard of. I mean, never mind fucking Jap stuff. You know what I mean? It's just so many. There's so many. Brilliant. Next one. Now this is more like it. This is a quality game. I think this is a fairly decent price. So I paid £28.55 plus £1.64 postage. It's the fantastic RPG Breath of Fire 3. There's Breath of Fire 4 as well, which is equally pricey game. Just need to get them labels off the back. But yeah, no, this is enjoyable. This is really good. And I believe the Breath of Fire series is quite a revered series anyway. But I really enjoyed this. I'm gonna put some more time in this, definitely. Again, complete with manual. Don't know why it's got Mega Man Legends on there. Cool. I'll have on the back of that. But yeah, no, really good. Really good. Great graphics, fantastic graphics. So it's like a isometric. Is it 2.5D? No, it's not. It's 2D. But there was something that they did with this third one, which were 3D. Something they tried with this that were the first time they'd done it in the series. I don't remember what I'm reading now. Was it the isometric side of it? Something changed anyway. Something changed, but no, brilliant. Really happy to have that one. And like I say, I've got some double cases now. Now this one, so it's cheap. It's a cheap game. £12.99, free P&P. It's about its going rate. It's always about this price. But do you know what? I really enjoyed it. So it's Fear Effect. It's a 4-discer. We've got them all there. Manual is complete and present and correct, I should say. So we've got all of this. And now this is, it looks awesome because it's like cartoony style Blade Runner-esque environment, but it's like it reminded me of like what's that old Space Quest style thing, you know, where it's cartoony 3D, and it's like it moves really sluggish, to be fair. Controls are a bit welly for, you know, the collision detection and all that. It's a bit iffy. But I just love the premise of the game, and you know, like this detectiveness in like a neon style futuristic setting. So I'm gonna give this gonna give this a go. Let me know if anyone else has got this and what they think of it. I was thinking with these 3 and 4 disc games, I've got to actually play one to the point where you've got to do a disc swap. I've never played any beyond putting the first disc in. You know. So, no, I'm well happy though. So what number is this? SLES 02166. But I'm on a separate list out for my double caters, so that's irrelevant, the number really. It's irrelevant. Next one. Defcon 5, paid £7.50 with free P&P. It's a 1 disc in a pointless double case box, completely manual. So it must have got a bit of, is it damaged or loose? No, it's not. I thought it was cracked. But we've got a crack there, but that's on the back. You see that? This one was, is this the one that's a bit like a Doom clone, but you're like a mech? Nah, not for me. Oh, you get like, that's pretty cool. You got like an Acclaim little catalogue with some games in. Ooh, Turok. Is it Turok? Yeah, so I think it was Turok 2 that was NTSC only, wasn't it? Then we never got the Turok 2 on PAL regions, but yeah, no, I mean, it's nothing to write home about this game, to be honest. I think if I'm remembering it now, because it's probably a couple of weeks ago since I played it, it had an Aliens style, trying to get that Aliens environment, you know, a bit of foreboding sense to it as you were like searching around. But the mechs were quite crude in terms of graphics, nothing new, like I say, like Doom style clone, but nowhere near as good. But it's another one ticked off the list, and for that price you can't go wrong. Next one, God, this were even worse. So what did I pay for it? Wow, yeah, I think this is quite pricey, this. Almost well, what did I pay? Was it a good price? I think it were a good price, this. So 22 quid plus £1.64, it's Galerians. We've got a crack in the case there. What's this? This is a 3-discer. So we've got the manual, we've got the disc, but oh god. Now this is a classic case of buying games just to tick off a list's sake, which is not good. Should never do that really, because I've loaded it up. Like I said, try to at least, even if it's just effectively game testing them to see that they work. I do try to play a half an hour of each game, but it was shocking. So it's like what is it? What can we describe it as? Survival horror, I suppose, but not a very good one. It was just, it's that. There's a lot of PlayStation games like this where it's that 3D, like slow moving. What was the other one I mentioned of the month that were like that? Just slow, and it's just, oh no, sorry. I can feel my life draining away as I play it. I don't know what it got in terms of reviews, whether it's classed as a half decent one or not, but no, I won't be playing it. But it's, like I said, another one off the list. So it's SLES2328 Galerians. I think this can go for like 40 quid plus. Now this one I was really super shocked at, because I had it years ago and I played it, and in my mind, first time round I just didn't get on with it, but when I've played it I really enjoyed it. It reminded me of, is it Alien Breed on Amiga and all that, but it's not like it really, it just reminded me of it. And I got this for an absolute freaking fantastic price. I'll tell you the story with this. So it's the original loaded, paid $14.95 with free P&P. It's a 1-discer, completely manual. Now this I'm sure years ago when I had this used to go for peanuts, but it doesn't now. It's like 20-25 quid plus. So like I say, for 15, in fact I'm sure it's more, it might be 25-30 quid now. It's shot up in price. But the guy said, it's got a crack there as well. The guy said to me, oh sorry, he described it as, he'd said, untested, the disc has got a lot of scratches on. So I went, alright. I thought, do we risk it? It's completely manual. And when it came through, I looked at it and I thought, yeah, it looks, there's a lot of light scratches, but the note stood out for looking really bad. So I thought, the guy said, look, I've no machine to test it on. He said, I just wanted to be honest on the list. I said, look, fair enough, I'll take a punt. I thought to myself, if it don't load, I'll take it into CX for a spin on their grading machine. Give it a spin on that, see if they can polish it out for me. It bloody works fine. So for 15 quid I've got a cracker there, and it's a real early one. It's number 13, SLES 0013, super early, super happy. So I've got both the loaded ones now. It is a double case, isn't it? Loaded 2. Sure it is. Maybe it's not. It is, isn't it? Loaded 2. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just the original loaded. Oh no, yeah, it's there. So it's reloaded. Looking for loaded 2. Reloaded. So I've got them both now. I've got reloaded off mic. So yeah, I've got them both. Really, really happy with that. Right. So the last thing I've got to show you, the so-called Holy Grail. Loads of people will be laughing. Loads of people. But I mean, if Dana's watching this, he fucking hates PS2 stuff, and thinks it's all tat. Now, it. God. I can imagine a lot. I'm just trying to like sum it up honestly. So a lot of PS2 collectors would you know, like your hardcore collectors, would they class this as a Holy Grail? I think they would. I mean, I've had a couple of Holy Grail classed as Holy Grail games before, but I don't know. Now, if I told you this, if I said to you, this game, if you look, you can look yourself, check it out on eBay now. This game can go in excess of 400 quid. I mean, you're like, what? They've been going for 400 quid, this game. It's just madness. And obviously, I'd never ever pay this. Now, it must have been about probably 3 years ago. It were on a Friday night as usual, and it were listed on an auction, and there were hardly any bids on it. And I were hoping it were listed correctly, and I thought to myself, I wonder if no one realises what it is. And I'd convinced myself it were finishing at a fantastic time for buying. It was something like 11:30 at night on a Friday. And I remember distinctly, Mrs. were out with her mates, so I got the whole situation set up. I had a few beverages, and I'd more or less utterly convinced myself it were mine. I'd won this auction, and I thought, fucking awesome. And it was something like, it was stuck at something like 28 quid, going into 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And I thought, this is like 1 in a million on eBay, this. No one's gonna be bidding on this. You know, it'd been up there already. It's not going to be a last minute thing, this. And as usual, 5 minutes, a couple of bids started dropping in. I thought, no, it's okay, it's alright, it's okay. And I had it in my head. I thought, I'll go, because it was so low. I thought, I'll go to 90. Put 90 quid in. Remember it? And the last fucking minute, bang me bidding. 90 quid. Top one. Boom, some fucker, 92. Last second. Couldn't get another bid in. So it ended up going for like 92 quid. But that is about, like I say, that's about 3 years ago. And it's just gone stratosphere. I don't know why. So it's limited to 1,000 copies. I mean, that's the thing. That's the appeal. It's got to be, because I'll just show you, because I'm just waffling on too much. So it is the Getaway. So it's in its case. I haven't taken it out, cat the ass. It's fully complete. It's known as the Millionaires Edition. So it's limited edition of 1,000, and that number there after the last dot means 438. So it's number 438 of 1,000. I've paid 160 quid for this, which, like it or not, believe it or not, is technically, as it stands at the minute, a bargain. Getting on for half price of what it's been going for. He had it popped up on my search as a buy it now for 250. And I basically told him a bit of a sob story. I don't know why I just said, look, I don't want to pay 250 quid for it. I said, I've been wanting this game for years. The good thing about it was his other items. This guy want a gamer per se. It was the only game he was selling. He was selling a lot of stuff like clothes and fucking other gadgets and stuff. So yeah, he's sort of known it wasn't like a common title, but I don't think he's known the true value, really drilled into what he could have got for it. But so happy to get it. I will check it out. I mean, it's. I think that, admittedly, I mean the ones that go for like 400 quid are sealed, but I've checked that. I mean, this is. You get the manual. You also get like a poster stroke map as well. So the disc matches. The disc matches the actual box number as well. So it's all kosher. But yeah, I mean, I'm really chuffed to get that. It's just a collector's piece, innit? Another collector's piece. It won't ever get played. I don't even know what the game's like. I've tested it. It does load up. The disc has got a few light scratches. You know, it's not absolutely mint, but no, it's just a real nice one to put in the case. In there, you know, in the little display cabinet up there as a collector's piece. So well happy to get that. Let me know what you think. You probably think I'm absolutely bonkers off my tits paying that for like a shitty PS2 game, but at the end of the day, it is a limited to 1,000. I consider this, you know, I mean, look how stupid money they pay for like Rule of Rose. That's not even scarce. I mean, I think last time I checked this, there's probably about 4 or 5 copies on there anyway, but they were nowhere near this price range. Nowhere near. So, no, happy to have it. Really happy. Right, guys, that's your lot for this instalment of shite. I will be back as and when I've got enough content to make another one, basically. One thing I'm going to say, I've been pondering whether to shout this out or not, but I'm going to do. So, if you're interested, we've got a collaborative second channel on the go. Now, nothing to do with gaming, and I don't want anyone to come over as a sympathy vote, a sympathy sub, or anything like that. It'd purely be if you're interested in movies. So it's one I've mentioned months and months ago. We were trying to get off the ground, but we've been sort of chipping away and sort of in the background trying to get a bit of content on there. We are really struggling. I think we're only about 10 subs at the minute, but I don't really want people that's out and out gamers just because they're, you know, mates of mine or know me just to feel like a sympathy sub. I just want them to be people that are interested in movies. I mean, a lot of people are interested in movies. If movies are your thing, then please do check it out. We're called VHS Bootleggers, and I'm loving it as like a bit of a side gig, side project. It's something, another real big passion of mine is movies. I just love all that. I really do. It's a side collection that I've got going as well. Collect Blu-ray steelbooks. So yeah, I mean, by all means, please do check it out. And if it is your thing, drop a sub. We'd be, you know, more than happy to include you into our little group and that. It's brilliant. It really would be. But anyway, I'll bugger off because it's quite late on a Saturday night now. But thanks ever so much for watching as usual, and please check back soon, leave some comments, all that jazz, and long live the retro. Take it easy, guys.